You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible.
I showed you that walkthrough with the attorney, Wayne Kendall. And then we walked across the street and we talked with Michael Gibson. Michael Gibson lives in the home with his wife, married 38 years. It was in his yard where Andrew Brown Jr.'s car crashed into a tree. Listen to him describe the aftermath. And not only that, one of those stray bullets fired by the cops, a high-caliber weapon, came through his home, went through two walls. If Michael Gibson if he had waited, because he said his wife went to work first, and then he went to work before that. They both left before 8 o'clock. This took place around between 8:20 and 8:26. If Michael Gibson had delayed his leaving home by 15, 20 minutes, and if he had been sitting at his kitchen table, Michael Gibson likely would be dead, because that bullet literally came through at the height of where he would be sitting in his kitchen. Listen to his description. Man, talk about scary. So that Wednesday morning, you, your wife, and daughter were not here?
No, we weren't here. My daughter doesn't live here. Just my wife and I reside here.
So no one was here?
No one was here.
Thank goodness.
Amen, brother. And my wife left about 7:45, and I left about 8:15. My brother and I went to Lowe's. And when I had to come back home, get him a shop to get something else. So when we got coming from down Lowe's, coming down Patrick and Roanoke, they told us that we couldn't come in, that we had to find another way to get in. So we left and went back out of Roanoke, come back through, went down Walker Avenue, got to Walker Avenue, still couldn't let us in. Said something had happened. But when I got down and turned on Ray Street, one of the young ladies that used to live in that house, she told me, said that they had just shot Drew. And I'm like, who is Drew? You know. So it said, the guy that lives in front of you where the house that I used to live in. I said, what? They shot him? Said, yeah, they shot him about 8 times what she heard. She said she heard the shots. So my brother and I said, look, man, let's go on to what we got to do. So we went and started working. So when I'm working, my brother and I, we don't keep our phones with us. We leave them in the truck. So when we did knock off, it was about maybe 1:15. And I had about 36 missed phone calls. My brother had break many. So he called his wife. Well, his wife called him and told him that I needed to get home. Mike needs to get home because they done shot in his house. So I'm like, shot in my house? You know, but I didn't see none of this. I mean, they wouldn't even let us get those orange recycling bins down there. That's as far as they would allow us to get. I couldn't see none of this. But matter of fact, at that time, there wasn't no tent or nothing in my yard. It was just cops. There wasn't nothing in the yard. Evidently, I didn't see the car, I didn't see anything. But anyways, when I did allow Steve, I got in contact with my wife. I called her and she says that my daughter had had followed her home, and they was already here when I got here. So I had to just wait until the officers give me permission to come home. But my daughter and my wife was already in the house, you know, sweeping up glass. So my daughter says, Dad, you breaking the thing before you leave this morning? She said, no, Dad ain't broke nothing. If I would, I've gotten it up. So she was coming to sweeping up glass. So she asked me, what kind of glass, Daddy, y'all got in here that's gold around the trim and clear? And I said, and I looked around, I said, that's my clock. So then when I looked up, that's when I seen where the projectile had come through and went through my clock and on the wall where my wife sits about a foot above her head where she sits across the room. Then I'm going wild. Now they done shot through my house. So now, where are they doing shooting at my house? That's where I am. So then I goes in the kitchen and finds looking at where I'm, because I'm ex-military. I looked at where things might have went or might have been, and then I looked where my crock pot sits on the counter, and I see the indentation in my crock pot, and I looks down on the floor, and I see the projectile.
Was that a 223 bullet?
It was already bam. It had impacted, but it didn't look. It was heavy enough. It didn't look like no pistol round to me.
Right. Well, 223 bullet is real small.
Yeah, well, this here bullet did. When the impact on it wasn't no bigger than that. When it hit the impact, that metal, when it slowed it down some when it went through that wood.
So that hole right there, that's the bullet.
Yes,
that's the bullet hole.
That's where
so it went through here, then went
through my other side of my front room.
Do you mind
through the front room and then
through my kitchen.
Front room to the kitchen.
It hit right there.
Yeah, it started right here.
Oh.
It creased this.
Wow.
Man.
Wow. So that changed the trajectory.
That's
wow,
right. It brought it down.
That.
It brought it down.
So it came from there, through there, through the front room,
through the side of the room,
through the side of the room,
through my kitchen,
through the kitchen,
and on my counter.
Man. Thank goodness nobody was home.
Praise God for that. And see, that's what I was trying to explain to them. They don't understand. I got people coming in, baby. You hear me, honey? Yes, it came through. You can look outside and see that.
So this is the clock.
Yes, you can see where it came in. If you come over here, you can see daylight.
Right here, you can see that hole. So that's you can see the daylight right here. You can see right through that hole.
Yeah, you can see through there.
So it came through here.
It came through there, and then this is where my wife sits all the time. It hit this picture and went through there.
Man. Got it.
And then once it hit here, it came through that wall into this side wall here, and came through this wall and hit here.
Wow. So if y'all had not,
if I sat there at eating breakfast like I do, that round would have went through Michael's head. See, you know.
Wow.
So you said your wife left first, you left a little bit after that.
Right.
This happened around 8:30.
You're right.
If for whatever reason, if y'all were 30 minutes late or whatever,
we'd have been right here. And then it hit my crock pot right
here and hit the crock pot.
Yeah,
right
hit my crock pot right here.
I see the indentation right there.
It hit it there and it landed up down there on the floor.
Man.
If I sat there, it's dead center of my head when I sat in my chair eating breakfast.
Yeah, right here.
Right there.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, sitting right there, man, and it's crazy. So,
Man.
I mean, I just try to tell them, I'm not mad with them guys, but the thing with it is, you don't shoot like that. Don't do that. This is the residential area. You got the social services down there. You got the health department down there. You got a school down there. And people walk past this house and this yard and this sidewalk every day. And it doesn't make sense to discharge. If I had shot in an occupied dwelling, those people would have had me on the ground with their knee in my damn neck.
Right.
You know what I mean? They'd have had me locked down by now.
Yep.
They'd have had me, the young man, Michael Gordon, proud veteran, shooting in houses. They'd have had me jacked up. And it's crazy. So,
How long did you know Andrew? Did you know him well?
Yeah, I knew his dad, I knew his mother, and I knew him when he was a little puppy. Mm-hmm. I know him when he was a little puppy. But he didn't get no trouble around here in the hood. Whatever he did or whatever they said he done, I don't know. Because, I didn't affiliate myself with too many people in the hood. But he hadn't been recently about a good, I'll say 5 months. Maybe less than that, and moved over there. Mm-hmm. For some apparent reason, don't nobody stay over there long.
Well, thank God you and your wife and your daughter.
Yes, wasn't here, man. Because, like I say, that's what I'm really highly pissed off about. She's still upstairs laying down there. She's trying to get it together. But I'm telling you, man, I've been married 38 years. And something happened to my wife, man. It's like this.
Right.
If she perish, she perish. But don't let nobody shoot in my damn house and kill my wife and shoot my wife.
Right.
See, they get me on the edge. You know what I mean? That's gonna have me all crazy and jacked up. You know, and that's crazy.
Well, we appreciate you letting us in. We appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, man. You're welcome. But I appreciate y'all for taking time out to hear the story tonight.
Yes,
You know, I know how the jive went, and they should know better than that.
Yep. All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
It's time to be smart. When we control our institutions, we win. This is the most important news show on television of any racial background. Y'all put $2, $3, $4, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 on this and keep this going. What you've done, Roland, since this crisis came out in full bloom. Anybody watching this, tell your friends. Go back and look at the last 2 weeks, especially of Roland Martin Unfiltered. I mean, hell, go back and look at the last 2 days. You've had sitting United States senators today, Klobuchar and Harris. Whatever you have that you can bring to Roland Martin Unfiltered to support it, please do, because this information may literally save your life.
Watch Roland Martin Unfiltered daily at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope, or go to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered Daily Digital Show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.